Greetings, YouTubers and fellow Jamaicans across the four corners of the earth. You know, I don't normally do these videos, but it has always been upon my mind to do it, and me just gotta be real. As I can say, the caption is about Kaylan Dowdie, 17-year-old that was beaten almost to death by 6 supposed or so-called adult females. I first want to wish the family of Kaylan all the best and give some support and strength to them at this time as they go through this time of very unfortunate circumstance. I also wish a speedy recovery for Kaylan. You know, before I go any further, I just want to say that some people might like what I'm about to say and some people might, but I just feel compelled to share this anyway, and don't feel no way, just I speak from my heart. I may have some notes jotted down to help keep the flow, you understand? So let us just jump right into the situation at hand. So as you know, Kaylan was in an altercation at a party. She said that the party was after curfew hours and all of that, and she was defending her friend, and one of the attackers used a Hennessy bottle, and you know, she get Hennessy bottle, she gets stabbed, she get kicked, and he said that no, she's in hospital battling for her life. But want to speak on the topic without speaking too much on the topic, but speaking about things surrounding these type of things that happen basically on a daily basis. You know, there are so many things happening now since 2020, and one would think that we at these times would try to have a little bit more compassion and understanding and love for each other. Instead we see that we're just waxing worse and worse, and it's like we don't regard life no more or anything like that, and it's very frustrating. So one of the primary observation I have observed, and this is not just from this incident but numerous others before it, is we have a primary problem, and that is with our hearts and our minds. You know, I don't know for the food we eat or the things that we watch or we listen to, the things that we meditate upon, or because mind you, I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person, and we all have things, or struggle with, which may go get into a little bit. But it's kind of sad to see how these type of things just keep on repeat itself, and it don't matter. It seems as if there is no end to this. Sometimes I have to ask myself if it's actually hell this we in on earth, because sometimes we look on things on a literal level, but sometimes it can be taken figuratively too. Can this be hell that we're living in on earth, seeing that we constantly go through so much pain and suffering, among other things, but what I'm trying to say is that it is very unfortunate what happened to Kaylan, and I'm sure that if you have children or you have loved ones or you have family, you care about people and you understand what's going on, this is not going to rest easy with you. You're not going to rest well, you're going to feel away, you're going to feel like, you know, if you have the power to do something, you do something. So I just want to speak on that, Another thing I want to speak on is to remind you that, remember, say age is just a number, so them 6 so-called big women here, them not really, in my opinion, to be honest with you, it takes more than age and body size to be a woman, much more a mother. You get me? You feel me? I say me can't fathom a mother having children of her own would so senselessly, aimlessly wanting to inflict for some foolish, frivolous matter, inflict so much pain and hurt to another mother's child. So then clearly these so-called women are not, in my opinion and in my estimation, they are just grown up big children. them age don't make a difference. Them mind and them heart in the right place, you know. And more you understand, say, we all have a thing, you understand, as we say, I go to that, but if these persons were thinking, they're gonna realize, say, yo, what am I do? A foolishness. It's clear to everybody, and it, you know, I feel away. That's why sometimes I don't really bother watch the news, you understand? You know, remember a couple years ago, this may share my personal story, we don't know. Remember a couple years ago, I live someplace different from me I live now. My sister and I was watching the news, and I don't know if you remember the situation where the rainfall and wash her two twin brothers. I sit down and watch my sister cry, live in high waters because of that, you understand? And it was from there we wake up to the reality that sometimes the news, it just pure negativity in the news, you know, but the things where happen around you still, and some people that say you best pay attention and know what go on in your country and so forth. But sometimes it's so overwhelming, I'm telling the truth. I'm not too really to pay attention to the news, but of lately, since the so-called COVID crisis, pandemic and all of that, I've been paying more attention, and this is what we constantly see. Incidents like these, you know. So likewise, the man that we did at the party take more than age and body size and build to be a man, much more a father. You know, some of these people, you know, I don't know what's going through our minds and hearts some of these days, you know. These, like I said, I don't know if it's the food, I don't know if it's the water, I don't know what they might do. What we are exposed ourselves to, that we become so callous and so hardened like a rock. The heart just becomes so hard, and we don't care for life no more, you understand me? I say it's just frustrating, it just sickening, you know. I mean, I speak as though me have my life well sorted, I'm perfect in every way. What me I try to say is that, yo, we can do better, you understand? Yeah man, we can do better. And so this is the part I'm going to touch upon now that really is, to me, is the underlying issue that is taking place. All of us have enough anger, hate, envy, malice, bitterness, selfish pride and lust, you know. All them little things that inside us where I'm not preach to nobody, I'm just say, yo, until you can find a way to get over them little things there, anger, hate, bitterness, envy, you know, malice, selfish pride, lust, and a list of other host of things that constantly feed us negative thoughts and cause us to react in some negative way that brings harm to either ourselves and to others. Then I tell you the truth, when I see this I get better, you understand? It's sad but it's true. That's the reality of how we're living. Until we can get over, some of us too quick for draw blood, you understand? To me it takes more out of you to do the right thing than to do the wrong thing, you understand me? I say it takes more out of an individual to stand up for what is right, which is more noble and more respectable and more honorable, you understand, than for those certain things where, you know, at the whim we just catch a fire and we start blaze and we start cuss and fight and kill, and you understand? I'm tired of it still. Personally, on a different level, I am sick and tired of it. And my channel is basically about encouraging people on a spiritual path. If you subscribe to my channel or you know anything about what me represent and think I want to try to represent in my life, it's really on the spiritual side. And again, I'm not speak for somebody, I'm not speak from a place that I feel like I'm above nobody. No, nothing like that. I'm just human. But I know so I can evolve and I can change the way I look on life and look on situations, you understand? Because things could have rough to a point where me go do what some people that do some man so-called man are doing on the streets and I kill people and I take contract money if you kill people and all them something. You know, things could have depend on the side for me too, you know what I mean? But I just consciously decide not to do that, you know. So until we get over the hate, the anger, too much of that are going, too much revival, too much reprisal and too much revengeful acts that take place. You understand? This is some things that cause me to get angry enough time. Some things I watch, some things I may see, and some things I may have to listen to, and some things I may have to endure that cause anger. But I not allow myself to reach the point where I allow my anger to cause me to lash out in such a way that I bring harm or inflict harm and pain to anybody else. The only way that really truly hurt nobody is in self-defense. You understand? If I'm forced to do that, either to defend myself or my loved one, that is how But I do that, you understand? For last resort, try to take on myself if me have to take on myself, or have to defend myself where it needs to be. But these things when I say are happening is like, I don't know, it's like these people, I don't know, them so-called women here again, when I say that is just a title we give to the opposite sex, woman. But just like the man and the male, two different things. A male and a man are two different things. A woman and a female are two different things. That you understand? Them a female, but the man a woman. You understand? In my mind, I say big people not have them squabble and big people not fight and big people not have. But in my mind, still, the more mature you are, the more experienced you are. You learn to deal with the situation on a more decent level. You understand? On a more corporate and peaceful manner, you understand? So you're not gonna find say you're quick for draw blood or you're quick for hurt nobody because your mind don't program on a mature level, say you're bigger than that, you know, have to make it reach this. So you understand? So you know, the whole heap of things are gone. Well, yes, them are gonna say she shouldn't be at the party, but the bottom line, she did be at the party. Yeah, she shouldn't be at the party. None of them shouldn't be at the party, but she did be at the party. And what them a fight over? Look. The look not look right. She not like how she look on her. You get me? I say so. For show you how quick we some of us are to draw blood and for prove a point, because it is also there's a claim going around that she was walking around in the community bragging with the Hennessy bottle that she lit the girl with. You understand? And me just I say, yo, look how that just messed up, yo. So when them people them for just I don't know if it's more than for them for just realize yo them are hurt, or themselves them are hurt, you know, because from where I sit or from the things I expose myself to, I believe that we are all one. You understand? We all come from the true divine life giving source, and we go without going too much into depth into all of that spiritual stuff. Me just make understand say yo, the sooner we learn say yo we are all one, the better it will be for all of us, you know. Basically I bring the curtain down, but before I go further, I just want to remember as again, this situation is one of many, and it's a reminder that we all have things in us that we need to address, you know. This might not have ticked you off, but something else might have ticked you off or ticked me off, and we'll probably respond in a similar manner. We don't really know until the situation arises. So I not really say yo, me I defend them people, I not defend these women must be brought to justice. Anything we do, we must stand responsible for our actions, you understand? So I not try to water down and put no pretty talk on their behavior and how they treated this young lady, this little girl, you understand, the 17-year-old. But me just say, using this little story, probably someone already hear already, like there was like these three pastors, you know, in a conversation with each other, and they must say, yo, why try them a talk about them the worst weakness with them have, you know. So the first one look on the other two and say, yo, boy, brothers, I'm not going to tell you a lie, my weakness is women. That is my weakness. I can't help myself around them, you know. I see the sisters in the church and I can't help myself but get to them, you know, feel that body against mine and all of that. The other pastor look and say, well, Brethren, never know mother come to say this about my weakness, you know. So my weakness are really money still. I can't leave the tithe and offering alone. I can't stop troubling the tithe and offering. I know I try, I just can't stop. It just sad, I can't manage, and that's my weakness still. So the two of them look on the last pastor now, and the last pastor look up to the two of them and say, well, brothers, I hate to tell you this, you know, but my weakness is gossip. So the two of them, you don't know the rest of the story of that already. I'm not try to laugh off the thing, but just try to show you, say, all of us have things in us that we need to get rid of. And these women, I hope them learn them lesson. I hope Kaylan Dowdie live to turn her test into a testimony. As we, you know the saying, like sometimes it's a test, you know, a test of her life. This now literally. You understand? But I just hope she lives to make her test become a testimony and empower somebody else, you know. But nobody know when them life will cut short. Nobody not really know. We just try to hope and I try to do the right thing. Most of us want, I believe that most of us want to do the right thing, you know. And at the end of the day, let us just lift up Kaylan in terms of just wish positivity for her and her family and her mother, and support them whichever way we can. You know, some persons pray and some persons, you know, give gifts of blessings and whatever the situation might be. But at the end of the day, we just have to lift up each other, because in them time right now, whatever we go through, we'll rare, you understand? Everybody I go through, especially those who less fortunate than others, you understand me saying? So Kaylan story, me have to say something on it, and I'm gonna try to say more things on topics like these, because you know we have to talk about things that matter to those that it matter to, you understand? We're not just talk about one thing alone. But on a different note still, as me I take this down to the closing and just wrap this up quick and fast, is that sometimes because of what go on, you know, sometimes because of what go on earth, me just feel like, you know, I want to lift up. And mind you, I never travel overseas. I don't know what play inside that plane look like, see? I'm over 30 years old now. I never seen a plane yet, but what I say is that if me did ever get opportunity to travel, sometimes I feel like I just lift up, come off of that planet. That's how bad it is for me sometimes. But I don't know, say in reality this is home right now, you know. So long as me in this dimension, this platform, so long as me in this realm of what we call Earth, this is my home, man. So I have to just learn to live amongst each other. But sometimes I feel, man. Sometimes that's how I feel, but you see, we just ask the man them and the woman them, and we just ask, let each of us look in ourselves, you know. It might not be your daughter, it might not be your sister, it might not be your cousin, niece, or whatever, but this could happen to any one of us, you know, anybody. It is time that we can, with that time that we start to reflect more on how we treat each other. That's all I have to say, you know. I ask that these 6 women, so-called females, or whatever them call themselves, or whatever names or title one give to them, they're not deserving to be called women. They're not deserving to be called mothers if they are mothers, because the actions said otherwise. And unfortunately, that the only thing that we can use to judge each other with actions, and not just words. Our actions people use to judge, we understand? That's what it is, you know. Our actions dictate how people treat we, and how people look at us, and it shows us who we are, you know. So clearly these women they need some reform. But me as a fundamentally speaking, all of us have some, because why me have to kind of emphasize on this is that not because we know guilty of what them 6 ladies they do, that don't mean so we're not guilty enough in our own space. I know that is kind of going aside from the topic, but the topic still remain that all of us have demons about with, and for them demons them just take out upon them in a real way, you understand? And that me say are going on earth. While me and you might be able to control, we look at demon them, we look at things, you know, them look at things they are coming in thoughts sometimes to make you pre-certain way, and pre-certain things they have to come and hold back yourself and hold on meds and know so where you're not going to do certain things cause it not right and rare. Yeah, and everybody have them type of power there and capability there. Them not reach that level there, them still are learning, you know what I mean? I just my view upon the whole thing still. As me say, that I come from a different perspective still, but I'm gonna wrap this up real quick and just thank you for watching. If you like what I say, if you understand what I say, if you agree and whatever, just share, like and subscribe. You don't know. Blessings until other times, you know. I appreciate you spending time with me just now. And again, Kaylan, I wish you a speedy recovery. Peace.